Okay, so I don't really know what I'm to be talking about right now, but I have been feeling like I need to come do a message for this channel for like literally the past few days. Um, the current vibes is I really good smells, okay? Really like just a breath of fresh air, like a good smelling breeze immediately. Releasement, and kind of like a hearty releasement. So something that was very rich or impactful, and that doesn't have to be in a positive way, it could also be in a negative way, is being released. Um, but in a good way. Whether it was rich or impactful in a negative way or a positive way, the releasement is going to feel good. Okay, so it's like maybe it could even be like coming upon a new opportunity, and then that opportunity is kind of a bit too much to handle, and it's being released in a way that feels like a breath of fresh air. Maybe it's getting help or something. I don't really know, but we got 1, 2, 3 on the timer. So this is like natural progression. Like it's just naturally flowing into a sense of ease. All right, so let's see. God, please protect these messages from deceit, lies, and shield myself and the viewers as we open ourselves up to divine truth, clarity, and honesty. What do we need to know today? What do we need to hear today? So I keep seeing the King of Wands in reverse, which is also significant. Um, with the King of Wands in reverse, um, it's like an end to pure passion. But I don't even want to just say it like, when I say pure passion, I don't mean like, oh, like I'm passionate about something, I'm pursuing something. It's almost like an end to force. Okay, so, and I'm seeing the Lovers in reverse, so that's also giving me an end to trying to force certain things. Like, I need to make this choice, I need to do that, I need to figure this out. So if we tie this back to that same energy, which I don't want to hold that for the entire time unless it wants to be held. But thinking that you have to handle everything, you have to hold everything, you have to make all these choices, maybe perhaps all on your own, or you have to decide right now what to do or where to push this business adventure, or this business choice, or some, since I said that, maybe something to do with finances or money, like you have to swiftly decide what to do right now. The feeling that you need to decide or you need to make an absolute choice is coming to an end. And so I got the Queen of Wands up right here, and it feels as though you're allowing yourself to sit in softness and flow through creation as it comes, to exist and create those moments moment by moment, not rushing, not planning too far ahead, not acting with this rushed feeling. And I see that's going to bring more abundance. Like, there's a lot of cards that just flew out. And on top is the King of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Hangman. So oh, behind the Hangman, it feels so thick. It feels like there's something else behind the Wheel of Fortune. That could be significant because, I don't know, maybe it feels like you're waiting for the ball to drop. And this and I and so what was behind the Wheel of Fortune is the Seven of Cups in reverse. That's the same thing. Maybe you didn't feel like you knew which way to go in some situation. And that's that same energy what I was talking about, feeling like you needed to decide and you needed to pick something. Maybe there were so many options that you didn't know what to pick, and feeling like you don't know which way to go because there were so many options. Or maybe you just you couldn't see any other options. You didn't know how to move forward with this at all. I'm getting this really big dark shadow symbolism, especially with the Seven of Cups now, but I've been seeing this dark shadow, this big dark shadow, and I would say it's almost like the boogeyman. You know how people say, oh, the boogeyman is only real if you believe it? Or the only way that he can come to life is if you give him the power to come to life. It feels like that. And it feels like it's been existing, or at least in this point now, it's existing, and it's existing in the background like, oh, the boogeyman is there. The possibility for these threats feel real. They're there. It's possible that, some negative thing could happen, but it's just not. Like, it's just not scaring you anymore, and it's not gonna happen because you refuse to give it that authority or give it that power. And that's why I say it felt like this card felt so thick. It doesn't feel thick anymore, but it felt so thick, like something else was behind it, like waiting for the ball to drop. Like maybe there's something that I'm missing, maybe I'm not seeing everything. And I feel like you've released this and you feel more you've released that need for clarity on whatever this situation is involving finances, or maybe some type of something to do with materials. It could be around a person, it could be around a new business. Am I saying that right? Because I feel like I'm not at all. Business advent, business adventure. Okay. But because that's the example I use, it could be something around like finances, money, starting a new business, taking a new opportunity, taking a leap of faith in regards to something where it feels like this is literally a make or break when it comes to some type of material abundance or success. And I see releasing that felt like the option, that breath of fresh air is coming in, where you feel like, yeah, I absolutely can release that. I don't have to carry that. And maybe holding on to it seemed like the more proper path, but the best option was releasing it, and releasing it brought in this King of Pentacles energy as well. You allowed yourself to sit in it. Like, I know, right? I know that this is what it is and everything is going to be okay. Like, releasing that boogeyman, sitting in that energy, then turned the wheel of fortune in your favor, and it released these ample false options, or these ample false paths where you feel like, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. And with the last card here that popped out, upright immediately in this large deck of cards that came through, and now I'm seeing the Strength card peek through, is the Hanged Man in reverse. And so it feels like just giving it to God and having this, I'm sorry, not Hangman in reverse, Hangman upright, but he's upside down, so it looks like it's in reverse, but it's actually upright. So it's giving it to God, allowing yourself to view it from a different perspective of, I can't control it, so why worry about it, and finding that enlightenment there. And let's see. In the next phase of cards, I I need some help with this God. Um, I have the Ace of Cups as the next phase of card, is the next face card, which had its back turned to the Hangman, um, and its face towards the Strength, and it's in reverse. It had its back turned to the Hangman, and it was facing towards Strength. I'm gonna get a clarifying card, but first I want to say it does feel a lot like it is a clarifying card in itself. Um, Seeing this Ace of Cups, it does look like tears flowing. Um, yeah, it looks like someone with tears flowing, um, in such a way that they're never ending, but in reverse, it's like that never happens because the Strength comes in, and after that we have the Strength comes in despite maybe there being a collective of people who were praying for for this to fail, this opera, like, oh, this is it, everything's gonna fail. Or maybe there are people who are able to witness this even if they're not immediately around you, like, oh yeah, she's about to fall off, or I just know that this is about to happen, something bad is about to happen. And this is the Three of Cups in reverse, where they don't experience that. Like, oh yeah, we were right. We knew it. All of these cups cards are in reverse. Like, it feels like you thought maybe you were going to fail and you were going to cry about things other people thought. And these cups, this Three of Cups has never looked so dry. It has never looked so dry. It has never looked so dry. Like, I'm telling you, like, these three cups just seem so dry right now. Like, I need to take a drink of water because these cups are so dry. Like, the joy, the rite of passage people thought that they were gonna have to be able to say, I told you that was gonna happen. Look, I told you, didn't I tell you I could see it coming? She's gonna be suffering. Right after that, we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Nine of Swords in reverse. Didn't I tell you she's gonna be suffering? They thought, ain't none of that shit happen. Because you trusted in God. You decided not to listen to these haters. You decided not to listen to your own internal hater. I feel like your internal hater, I feel like God was putting his extra steps. I feel like even if God was putting his extra steps in, your angels was putting their extra, whatever you believe in, your angels, ancestors, God, spirit, the fairies, they was putting their extra 2 steps in. Okay, because you might not have had the strength to really say everything is gonna be completely okay and I am 100% worry free. You might have, but even if you didn't, I feel like you still gave that up to God. So all this still came in, even with the tears, right? Even with the worry, you decided, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna bet on the worst happening to me. I believe in God. I believe in the law of the universe, and I'm seeing this infinity halo above the, I want to say angel, I'm not really sure, on the strength card. And it just looks like, well, I know that that's not my reality. I know that's not what's destined for me. I know what God has for me, and I have no idea how it's going to work out, but I know my suffering is not coming. And you got so many people betting on your suffering, like, why? It's crazy. So I don't even need to clarify that. Excuse me. Next phase of cards, we got the Queen of Swords and that was another releasement, by the way. I don't even need to worry about these people. I'm not gonna bet on these people or this present reality more than I bet on the abundant, infinite nature and the infinite abundance of the Lord, the spirit of the universe. I'm not gonna bet on the lack of these people in front of me more than I bet on the infinite abundance of the universe. And the next phase of cards here that came out all together, we got the Queen of Swords in reverse, Page of Swords in reverse, the Fool in reverse, Queen of Pentacles upright. This ain't no little bitty move. This ain't no, oh, I'm just talking and manifesting as I go. This ain't no, I'm trying to will this and hope that it happens. This is not even no, oh, I'm just taking a leap of faith. This is you walking in your absolute divine abundance, in your feminine energy, in your feminine divine abundance. You're not the same person that you was before. Oh, I'm just taking a leap of faith when you first started this. When you first started this journey, I'm just taking a leap of faith. I'm manifesting this. I'm walking into this. I'm tapping into that energy. No, you tapped into it all right. And it's grounded. It's not just in the air anymore. This is grounded. This is integral to the fundamentals of who you are. You aren't just taking a leap of faith and allowing God to take this, even though, yeah, it may feel like that. No, you're surrendering to your life path and taking the final step to materialize it. This is your coronation. You've been the princess, right? The page. You've experienced tapping into it on a mental level, on a spiritual level, feeling that abundant energy, feeling that security around this situation, knowing what you're going to create and saying, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. This is how it's going to work. This is what's going to happen. And you have tapped into it in a lot of ways, but it still felt very strong on you. It still felt very much like a stronghold in some ways. Possibly because before, this was all pure mental energy. Now this is totally being grounded. It's finally materializing fully as a reality with the Queen of Pentacles, the next phase of cards. Yeah, this is it. It ain't no strong masculine energy of I gotta do this. It's really allowed. It's like calm surrendering. Okay. And this may be, honestly, this help that comes in, this breath of fresh air that comes in, that just smells so good and so refreshing, that helps make way for this strong releasement. And maybe something that's done singularly, all on your own. This may be just you and God. Okay, so we have Temperance in reverse, the Hermit upright, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse. And with that Temperance card and that cup pouring into a cup, this doesn't feel like moving something from one area to the next, trying to make things work out. This doesn't feel like existing on two realms, trying to find balance. This feels like absolute wholeness with this Hermit card here. Oneness. This feels like a complete alignment within self. Nothing is missing. with this Five of Cups in reverse. There's nothing to feel sorrow about. There's nothing to feel sad about. With this Emperor in reverse and this King of Cups in reverse, immediately, right, the first thing I got was, this is not masculine at all. This is very feminine. So even looking back at this Two of Cups, the Five of Cups, and there are 2 cups standing upright and 3 cups down. But it's making me, in reverse, I'm seeing 2 cups down and 3 cups upright. And the 2 cups down would be the Emperor and the King of Cups. And so, okay, let me pull 3 cards. What would the 3 cups be upright? What opportunities are these that stay upright? What are the opportunities? What are the opportunities that stay upright? Opportunities that stay upright. Oh wow. So for the 3 opportunities that stay upright, we got the Lovers, the Three of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So the 2 opportunities that fell over, the Emperor and the King of Cups, but this is not sadness. This isn't looking at those cups and thinking, man, they fell over. It's like, this is the releasement. I'm happy that those things kind of fell over, or they're being put on the back burner so that I could focus on these 3 things. This isn't hyper-fixating on the 2 cups that fell over. It's turning your back towards those 2 cups that fell over and focusing on the 3 cups that are upright. This strong, I'm going to do everything energy, this wielding in the water. Wielding in the water and waiting for an opportunity. Wondering when. Wet. That W obviously is very strong. So 10, which reduces to 1. And it's like, it's 1 and it's 0. So it's constantly pushing yourself towards new beginnings, constantly trying to figure new things out, constantly trying to reinvent the wheel, constantly trying to recreate new and pushing through it and using this watery energy, or I want to honestly say this, like emotional energy, to create fire and authority, wielding it in such a way where honestly it's like pimping it out. I don't really know what I said there, so if it's for you, if that makes sense, there you go. The 3 cups that stayed upright, the Lovers, the Three of Wands, and the Knight of Cups. So instead of trying to do all that on your own and giving it to God, it's like God is giving you an opportunity, a partnership, I want to say, but back to this temperance energy. I know I did say maybe this is all on your own. So maybe this is all on your own, or maybe this is just confirmation that it's not necessarily about being all on your own, but it is about not having this back and forth or trying to create balance and harmony with just one single entity. Not trying to exist in two planes at the same time when you only have a small reserve. It's keeping that reserve and focusing on that, utilizing that with this hermit energy. And I do think that there is clarity coming in. So for some people, this might be having someone else to help you do this. And I do believe that there's clarity coming in where, like, right with that, now a decision is made, but not this decision that feels like straight rigidity, in such a way where it feels paralyzing, or there were so many options that I don't know what to do. It's like, yeah, this is what I want. And with this Three of Wands, it's like, yeah, there are three things that I could be doing, but this is he's holding on to that one wand and he's got the two behind him. But this is what I'm going to carry with me. And then with this single cup, this single Knight of Cups coming out last. Well, I'm just going to say his legs look so tiny right here. Like, he looks like he has, like, very small legs. Excuse me. So when I think of legs, I think about our ability to stand up on our own and to do our own thing. And I think that you've released that, to stand up on your own and to do your own thing, and not in a negative way at all, in a very enriching and fulfilling way. You're allowing God to fill your cup and guide you in the direct. It's like his legs are small, but this horse is moving, and this horse is very focused on the path that it's walking, and this knight is looking straight ahead, like he's enjoying the experience and he's watching everything as it comes and goes, and he's holding his cup. And this horse is focused on the path. The horse would be God. It is about to be soon the year of the horse, at the end of this month, January 27th, when the Chinese New Year begins. Almost like allowing the path of life to carry you. And you do have wings on his helmet. So it's like your thoughts guided by God. It's not being the dictator. You allow yourself to be in your emotions and feel and have experiences. It's not like God is a totalitarian or a dictator, and you get to have no say or no opinions or no thoughts. This is something that you willingly decided to do. I'm just going to let God carry this aspect of my life. And you allow yourself to be in these emotions and feel these emotions. And I think that, because you know how we can control the horse without our legs? And I see he also has wings on the heel of his feet. And so if you say, God, well, I'm not comfortable with this, God, I want to stop. And I see red here, and it's like the fish are all red on his clothes. And it's like, if something in your emotional body says, yeah, I'm not comfortable with this, I want to stop, God is going to pump the brakes. So I think like the year of the horse, everything's going to be moving fast. I think God is really pushing you into that. You gave it to God, and God was like, bet. And he's really pushing you into that reality of what you desire. But if it ever becomes too much, God is also listening to your emotional body. You can halt. And I see he does have one hand on that horse's little pulley thing where you could stop and halt that at any time. And now I'm looking at this, and it looks like the horse is halting. And he's looking down, and he's checking the surroundings like, yep, I'm about to step in water here. I personally will be okay, but if you don't feel comfortable with this, we can stop. The horse is like, whoa, you good? So, there's movement, and there's stopping, and you're allowing God to define the path. And God is allowing you to take full control of that by defining the pace. So let's see. I'm gonna stop this here. Okay, so we know what we know, right? So just to wrap this back up is and I'm gonna do a part 2, where we're gonna talk about where we're going, what is this path gonna lead us to? Oh, and I see the Justice and the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, and the Justice on top, as a little teaser or a hint. But where we've gone so far, right, what we've experienced is there is a breath of fresh air. And what felt like it could be potentially a pitfall, or something that to cry about or to cry over, that never comes. That potential never actually existed, and it never comes. It was never destiny. It was never meant to be. What am I supposed to do? You could have been feeling lost or conflicted or confused because you had too many options, or because you had no options at all, or you felt like you had no options at all, and you decided, you know what, I can't control it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to give it up to God. Releasing that, you decided to submit to being in that hangman position, releasing it, giving it up to God, releasing that fear and that worry. And in that process of releasing that fear and that worry, it became abundantly clear that, oh, my downfall was never going to happen. That struggle and that pain was never going to happen. There could have been people or opportunities that were betting on you failing, never got to experience that. Never got to find joy in your downfall because it never came. Instead, you stepped into this abundant energy that was finally grounded. This isn't about taking a leap of faith and allowing God to trust you. This is the new path. This is you stepping into your divine energy. This is you finally materializing the thing that you stepped out on faith in a long time ago. With just that mental energy, now it's being physicalized. This opportunity is going to be very clear. This opportunity may come with multiple options, but you're going to know exactly which one to take. And you're going to allow God to take you there. And the pace will be up to you. So yeah, that's just a quick wrap up, just to quickly encompass everything that we learned thus far. And we're going to figure out where we're going in the next um, video. So what does this path lead to? Let's see.